Let's get that up a little bit. Unironically, keep game. This is Orchards Park, and what we are playing right now is Orchards Park off of the Environments album. And we are parked right outside of Orchards Park. And we're about to go take a walk through it. We got the Reface CS. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for some people to get in, let the algorithm do its thing. Yeah, and then we'll get to talking, reflecting on this trip and how profound it was and the things that we've done. But we'll get going on that. But ain't this a trip? Taking this trip, listening to this. George G's, what is good? We're at the Forest Park right now at Orchards. While we're listening to Orchards Park on Environments. I made the beat on the Roland Phantom to go with the video that I took going through this park. All of it. We're parked right here. Got the sunroof out. Yeah, it's a nice place. We're gonna walk through it real quick. This is one of the entrances, one of the parking lots across the way for the from the neighborhood. But yeah, how's it going? Man. You know, I gotta tell you, one of the dopest things here, and you know what? It's kind of overcasty today, so I could probably ditch the sunglasses. There was some sun peering in earlier, and it ain't gonna catch through these trees in this forest, I'll tell you that much. Ali Star. Shabba! Welcome. So, kind of readjusted here. No school today. They put it off another day or 2 or 3. We have no idea what's going on, but the strike is on, and it is alive and well. So, no school for these kids. So I figured I'd come out here because I'm on early time, because I got all acclimated to getting up early in the East Coast time. And yeah, you know, doing this is crazy because coming back here, you know, God, look, I mean, shit, dude, this is across the street from my apartment. Like, this is what I look at every day. We're about to go take a walk through this dense forest and talk about this trip. But the crazy part about this trip, though, is listening to this. Listening to my own music, the Environments. You know, I designed these beats. I made them around the environments. That's why I called it Environments. And just driving these long distances, you know, when you have those profound events, like you go to a club or something like that, you go to a show, and you got that bass pounding in the back of your head all throughout the night when you get home. Like, it's dope. You know, people, you know, come home from concerts and their ears are ringing or whatever, but in their mind's eye, in their mind's ear, you know what I mean, in their heart, they're feeling that music when they go to bed that night, you know what I mean? The next day even, they're like, doom, 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 doom. You know what I mean? And when you take a long trip like this, it's the same thing with music, with everything that we listen to, you know. And this whole playlist I put the Environments and the Monday Meditations on it, and listen to all of them all the way through. And it's dope to go through and just listen to the shit. And it's like, this one's from the pond or whatever that we were at. But yeah, you know, check it out. We got it all nice and clean in here. No crumbs on the seat, no nothing. We detailed the hell out of this car. Hell yeah, all of it. All of it. We got the steering wheel and shit. We got everything. Everything. We cleaned the hell out of it. So, yeah, I'm not going to stay in here too long. I don't know how long we're going to be live for. We'll see. You know, I don't think service is going to cut out here because we're in the middle of a neighborhood, and I want to, you know, go through this. This park's pretty big. You know, this forest is pretty big. There's certain things, no matter how much deforestation they got going here. Carbon Vibes, what is good? Welcome. Salute, my friend. No matter how much deforestation they got going on here, there's certain parts of the forest they will not touch. They will not touch the forest that surrounds the 205. And this forest here, this surrounds the 205. The 205 is right there, and you'll hear it. You'll hear it when we walk around here. I don't know why we haven't walked around this park earlier. You know, it's kind of crazy that we haven't walked around this park earlier. But, oh, the stereo cut out. I guess that's my cue to turn on this Reface over here and check it out real quick. Yeah, you know, the trip was real good. It was like flawless victory, you know, nearly. You know, it says a lot about a family unit when you could go those long distances and have no fighting, no fussing, no argument. You know, there's a couple hiccups or whatever, but like nothing major. And you know, a lot of times when you travel those distances with your family, you know, it drives you nuts. You know, you get cabin fever, you get, you know, sick of these motherfuckers. You know, not us. Not us. You know, it says, I mean, it's how it's supposed to be, right? You know, um, but yeah, it just says a lot when you could get along and like truly get along. I know little Tusson's only 9 years old or whatever, but he didn't have to listen to me and mom's going back and forth or nothing like that. So, this here, I got batteries hooked up on here. Yeah, let me get this down here. So the trick is here in the simplicity. There's no presets. You have to set them all yourself. Looks like I gotta touch up that steering wheel. I didn't see that yesterday. So that's this little, I think it's got some speaker action going. Yeah, my son didn't really like it too much. Trust my monkeys. Yo, this is our backyard right here. This is our backyard. Check it. Yo, let's go. Let's go walk through the forest. We'll fuck with that Reface later. Let me put it down in here. Get the security blockade. Grab my stuff over here. Get my water, my sunglasses, just in case. All right. How's it going? How you doing? Yo, no, I'm serious. This is like literally our backyard. well, our complex's backyard. All right, where the hell are my keys? Right in my lap. Let's go. All right, so this is the neighborhood over here. Check it out. Clean as a whistle, sharp as a thistle. Let's go. We're going right up in here. All right, there's people over here. So we're gonna walk down here. We're gonna take a walk, and that's what we're gonna do. And that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Trip is dope. Trip is dope. No fussing, no fighting. You know, it's funny because I asked little Tussin, I said, how was that trip? How do you feel after that? You know, you feel tired? You feel worn out? He said, no, actually, it wasn't that bad, surprisingly. I'm like, yeah, you know, it wasn't that bad at all. It was actually quite pleasant. And, you know, he enjoyed himself on the road. You know, we hit a lot of pit stops on the way back. Got so much video to edit, you know, and yeah, we had to take a day. Ah, damn spiders. Yeah, we're going to get caught up in a bunch of spider webs because this is just the main trail down here. You guys are going to see it. Orchards Park is huge. It's huge. It's like literally a forest park. Look at it. Anybody didn't see those environments? Here we go. Want to hear about his first day of school. School hasn't started yet. School hasn't started yet. They pushed it off. They were supposed to start it today. And yeah, it's not happening. The strike is in full effect. We made national news. Not only have the teachers all come through on this strike, but the service workers have also joined in on it. So yeah, no school. If this carries on for more than a week, we're just going to put them back in online because, you know, that's some bullshit. You know, the kids really suffer out of this, and for them to have the benefits they do and get paid what they do to hold up the business of school is it's kind of bullshit. You know, we have voted on a lot of the levies that have paid their salaries, and you know, they voted against it the last time, and because they voted against it, the district promptly took action and started doing massive cuts and layoffs and all this other stuff. So I understand why they're doing the strike and everything, but, you know, Tyrone Sellers, welcome. Yeah, I want to, let's, look at this is towards the front of the park. The main thing, yeah, it's turned into pavement over here. There's a secondary entrance over there. We came all the way from that back entrance over here. We're gonna go in this front over here. Yeah, I wanted to, I'm glad you're on here too, because I wanted to thank you personally, you know, over here, you know, in a public manner as well. And everybody else who has helped along and been along this journey. You know, it's been an interesting ride. See, as we get closer to the front, you could hear the traffic of the 205. And there's a whole dense area over there back in the forest, but we're not going to go over there. We're not going to go over there. We're going to go down this part of it over here. I just wanted to show you guys the front. We've walked this not recently and not live, so I figured, hey, you know, there's signal around here. That's when you know it's summer, because the grass is burnt. This grass don't never burn. Squirrel. Yeah, they're out here. So it's beautiful though. This is the front of it. Yeah, so thank you, Tyrone. You know, you have a Here, let me get you in the front. Okay, we're gonna go this way. You have a habit of coming through at these very unique moments that are very touching to me personally. So I appreciate you, my friend. And yeah, Carbon Vibes 1-1. I know he's still around somewhere. Shout out to him, Chicano. All of our members here, like, it's really here. This is the very front. Here, let me show you guys. Here's some view. Usually this is green, but it's summer. And there's a little roundabout over there. And right here is the exchange of the 205. And here is the very front of this. So we got this action going on here. So this front is like the rose garden section. You guys have to forgive me, my allergies kick up over here. So this is technically the very front. It has a little thing on it that says Orchards Park. We're not going to go in that. It's not. So you pull in through there. There's a Toyota dealership. Go all the way through here. You can park over there. It's the main parking, and enjoy whatever out of this parking. And then this area over here. And there's also a little Ramada action or whatever. We're about to go into it as we get into it. So yeah, we kind of rushed to get there, but it wasn't really too much of a rush. It wasn't too hard on us at all. When we were doing stuff, oh man, is it really cutting out? It shouldn't. It says I got 5G full, and like we're next to a whole bunch of towers, so shouldn't have any issues out here. But I could see the lag when it happens. So if I cut out, I apologize. We wanted to do the Bridge of the Gods coming back. I didn't realize how far that that stream cut out. It was crazy because it was still going on my end. So I was still flying down and it said we had 5G. And then I just noticed that there was nobody in the chat and nobody was saying anything. And I was like, ah, shit, I lost the chat. And then somebody popped in and was like, yo, I think you lost the stream. I was like, oh, shit. And then I saw where it left off at. I'm like, oh, well, that's a pretty good place to leave off, but you guys missed a lot. I was like, damn, man, you missed the view. I was like, fucking take out the cameras and do it. That's the thing. We got so many views. So the way that I did environments, right? I did, let me get this shit out of my hands. I'm like clutching my keys like I'm, out here pearl clutching. When I did the first environments, I went through all these like this. Here's the side. If you're walking the path of the side over here, so check it out. Right across the street, there's a Toyota dealership. I don't know, I'm kind of revealing the location over here. So all the dense forest is like right next to us. So we're just gonna walk into this. We're kind of gonna walk the trail along the outside and then cut right into it. So that's what we're doing. That's what we had, and yeah, we'll be better people for it. Yeah, but doing the environments, I just went through these natural environments and sat down with it. I did the editing of it. We're gonna cut through right here, I think. I did the editing of it and created these pieces, these musical pieces. That's why they're like 7 minutes and 9 minutes and all that other stuff. So here, let me show you guys where we're cutting into. It's kind of hard to say no over here. So we could cut down a path over here, We could go over here, which is where we're going. There's all sorts of twists and turns and paths that lead to each other or to new places. See, we could go down this path over here and meet up with that other path over there. This is just a huge playground of everything, with literally a playground. And you know, it's crazy because through this dense forest, I've never came out here and cooked. Oh, there goes spiderweb number 2. Squirrels out here. Oh, spiderweb number 3. It's out here weaving. Okay, so here is the Ramada we were just by. So we're gonna cut down this part. So this is where we filmed apple pie. This is where I did the little video reacting to Ben Jordan's reaction to the MPC, or Ben Jordan's reaction to Ab McCree's reaction to Ben Jordan's reaction. I did that here. What else did we do over here? Well, we did the whole scenery and showed you guys Orchards Park. So yeah, we're just gonna walk through all the density of the forest, and you'll see it behind me. And it's a great way to stay in shape. Yo, so yeah, dictating all the stuff after the fact. Okay, we're at an impasse. I'm gonna let you guys choose. If you guys are paying attention, do we go left or do we go right? I think right, because up here there's no path blocky. Here, right here, or here, right here. I'm saying right. I'm going right. We're going right. I still don't know my way around here because there's so many twists and turns. There's a path right there, you know, that goes right into. There's another path over there that goes into some other shit. So yeah, you never know. Box of chocolate ass forest. Anyways, like I was saying, doing all that over here was really dope. It was really, I like having the environment in front of me to dictate the sounds and do the soundtrack of the stuff that, you know, we're doing. And musically it works out. So having all this video from this trip, we got it on long form, we got it on you know, the vertical, we got it on the GoPro, we got it on our phones on the 4K, and yeah, it's real dope. It's real dope. All the that whole I mean, cornfields and, you know, all that, whatever, you know, it's cool though. You know, the Nebraskan crickets are fucking yellow. That bugged us out a little bit, but of course they are. It match the corn. Look at this tree that we're confronted with here. Look at that shit. How old do you think this tree is? A few hundred years old, huh? A camera does not do it justice at all. Here's its partner over here. A little bit thinner. Just as tall. Sorry, I had a spider on me. Sounds like a lot of editing work. Yeah, we haven't even gotten there. So the first day when we got back, we spent resting up because we slept at that rest stop. So we needed to rest up and, you know, rejuvenate and all that. You know, we cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I bet. Hey, you know, It sucks because, like, I mean, we're grateful that we missed all that traffic. Oh, I could feel the ground moving. Nothing nice living on the water table in the plains. Okay, so we're gonna check out. Yeah, there's that. We're gonna go this way. Yeah, going through here, we when we came into town and the shit started changing. We get that way, get that way, get that way. You can tell which side gets more sun. This shit's more burnt. But yeah, this place looks bugged out when it snows. Yeah, it's a nice place, and it's like I said in my post, like, this is the place where people go to vacation. We were catching Ohio plates, Missouri plates, all kinds people from everywhere, and we're like, hey, we just came from all those places, and it's funny because it was 100 degrees here when we left, and we missed all that. And it was crazy because today's going to be like in the 90s or something like that. And then tomorrow it's going to be in the high 80s. And then after that, maybe like a day or so of the 80s. And then that's it. Summer over. It's going to be indefinitely 70s and 50s. And then we're going to turn over from that probably in October, November, and go straight into winter, which is what it's been like the past couple years, going straight from, instead of having a real fall that you could count on or whatever, it's just a tame version of what summer used to be, because summers used to, have a lot of 70s, high 70s and all that. Yo, Mozart 505, welcome. What's good, Lamar? How you doing? How you guys doing? All right, we're gonna go this side. We're gonna catch this trail. We're not doubling back. We're just kind of doubling the other way. I'm on the fence on whether or not I should trim my beard or my mustache, because it's like getting in the way. It's all bushy. But like, if I keep growing it, then I could grow it and do like a mighty handlebar, just like my old relatives for the 1800. Be like Darwin Maxon up in here. But yeah, the trip was great. Musically speaking, it really did a lot. There was a lot of deep thought. Krennic, what's good? I was making fun of how we've been saying your name wrong all this time. You got a super duper badge. Look at that orange. Damn, that orange means use a OOG. Use a double O, triple O. What's good? What's good, Krennic? All this time, I'm still saying it wrong. I'll get better. But it's just funny to call you Creaxing. It's good. That's how we were introduced, man. Fucking internet. Yeah, I'm on that. Your song, that broccoli drill song. That's another thing about musically. I had the whole live set to practice while we were out. My live set starts with that song. It starts, the X is silent. So it's Krennic. So yeah, it's dope. I dig it. Yeah. Yeah, so that song starts first. Unzipping, I put it on the table, sipping the sauce, something nice. So you're about to get a halo, look at the right angle. All the pucking up a-hole, stick to the main road. To say for the squeamish, you relish in fantasy like you don't see me up over here streaming. The broccoli is steaming, and Neil's still dreaming. The Matrix will eat you alive in a weekend. I got that shit down, and I'm doing it faster than it actually is. It's actually slower on the verse, but yeah, it starts with that. That's the opener. Oof. Spider web on the camera. Sorry, spiders. You're gonna have to jump around to different trees for now. DL, what is good? Yeah, you're another one that I wanted to thank. Here, and yeah, um, I got I'm clocking a grip. Nah, just kidding. I got a little extra boost on my YouTube because of you, and yeah, I appreciate you because it's gonna come in right on time, and I'm actually getting paid this month. So it's not very much. It's like, I think after everything it's like 150, but it's not lost on me that, like, I would say probably about a good half of it at least belongs to you and your efforts with the not only your own contributions to the super chats, but the contributions towards everybody's memberships. With those of you who actually have memberships and who were donated memberships, I'm going to get on that. It's just I haven't been slacking, just been busy, doing this whole thing. Spiders. Thomas Yan. What is good? Welcome. Look at this. Walking through the forest. Like little bunny foo-foo. The dense forest of the Pacific Northwest. This is the forest that is left unscathed and not deforested for the sake of what they're doing out here. We were looking around because we went to storage yesterday, and on the way there we found some of the stuff that was already deforested, and the buildings that have gone up, they're warehouse buildings with bays for semis and stuff like that. Oh, we're back on the main path. I don't think it's the same main path. Maybe it is. Yeah, so this is a different main path, okay? So over there, you would think that that's where we parked, but we didn't park over there. This is a different street, and this is a different path. So we're going to go down this path, and then we'll probably do something here. But this is the most open-ended area right here, and then on this side being over here. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. In the forest, talking about our trip. We could actually go high over here so you guys could see a bunch of shit. This is actually a selfie stick I got over here, so I could be like, hey, look at, we're walking. I got a selfie stick, look at me. Yo, these things are relics of the past, huh? Ain't nobody using motherfucking selfie stick no more. Ain't nobody care about that shit. Try to see a bird's eye view of me over here, my spiderweb entanglement. Yeah, so this is the other side of the playground we're coming up on over here. So yeah, during the trip, got to do some rehearsing, but God, our playlist was deep. So like, I got that Gorillaz in my head. The Plastic Beach is a really good album to travel with. But I mean, Radiohead, though, that Kid A, gets it every time. But like, Moonshaped Pool is like really good too to travel with. And goddamn, OK Computer is always a solid choice. So yeah, we listened to all that shit. I started falling asleep. And I wasn't falling asleep. I was just getting tired on the road. We were at the end of our trip, and we were listening to some. I forgot what it was, but it was like some meditative something, and I was like, I need something to wake up. And then, wifey throws on Spice One, America's Nightmare. I'm like, oh shit, that's all I needed was some gangster rap to just get it through. Motherfucker strap on the side and shit. Little Tussin's got his headphones on. He don't give a fuck. He don't hear shit. He just hears the dope beat, the bass going. All right, so we're over here on the side. We could either go here or here. This is one of the entrances over here. One of the main side entrances to this park. But yeah, one thing that I thought of more than anything going through this, one thing that I thought of more than anything was that sonically speaking, the dynamics and everything, man, those the albums that we did with the Phantom are good. You know, there's no point of doing music for other people if you don't enjoy it yourself. But that said, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with what you sound like, where you are at in your range and your capabilities. Is that on me? Or is that on you? I'm trying to find out where that spider web is at, because I can see it, but I can't see it. Okay, so it's not on me. It's on you. And now it's away. Here, this is where we're going. It's like the moon of Endor. All we need is a speeder and an Ewok. I produce with no ego. I don't talk a lot of shit. I save that for the hip hop. When I'm on my hip hop shit, then my ego comes out. I start talking shit. I'm on that bullshit. Okay, peep game on this tree. It's a big motherfucker tree. He's a big motherfucker. Let's see what this log sitting here. So, enjoying your own music is one thing, but the music that I made was specific to environments, to traveling, going through these dense forests and nature places that we've been going through. Shout out to Audio Pills too for his whole thing here. We're just gonna post up on this log for a minute, and I could still see some of that in the thing. So I guess I got some spider web on my beard, didn't I? I think that means the spider's on me trying to get off, so like there's all this extra web going around. God damn it. Stop it, spider, just get off of me. I don't know where he's at. Can you see the spider anywhere? Where's the spider at? I thought it was just the web I ran into. It turns out I ran into a web that had a spider on the other end of it, and he's trying to get off, so he's spinning more web, and I'm getting more spider web all over me, and I'm not even running into anything. God damn it. Know your place, spider. See him? The Reaper. It's good. Welcome. Alright, hold on. I realized something yesterday. I was salivating about wanting a vintage sampler keyboard, which is still a good move, but I realized that Arturia and Roland recorded all the presets already. Yeah, maybe. Maybe the move is being able to process the presets to make them socially dope. Or sonically dope, sorry. Socially dope. Or buy a few vintage boards over time and record them. Am I right? I don't know. It really made a difference plugging that Mini Freak into an analog mixer sonically. It really made a difference connecting it to the Spectravox. Ends up finding Unabombers, another cabin in the way. Actually, you know, there's a dude who lives out here, and you're not supposed to. They're real strict on like homelessness around here, but he's been staying here for a while, and he not only manages the place, he takes care of it when the people who run the place during the day who work for the city are gone. So like he picks up around here, he makes sure there ain't no shenanigans going on. If there are any undesirables, you know, here, we're gonna do this. We've scared somebody. What are you doing in here, somebody? All right, we're gonna go down here. Chris Head, welcome. Welcome to the forest. Just seeing where the somebody is. It is definitely beautiful out here. So this is what I got going on in my backyard. That's why you guys haven't seen it. It somewhat reveals my location. But I don't care. I ain't got shit. I ain't never gonna be shit. By the time you guys get me over here, I'll be out of here. So you can hear more. That traffic. Because we're getting more densely into the woods. But we're in the middle of a neighborhood, so clean signal. Yeah, I just realized throughout this whole trip that the music that we've made on here is fucking dope. And if it's not going to be on streaming platforms and everything's going to be direct to consumer, so to speak, we need to do an extra push to make sure that this music gets heard, because after listening to this shit when driving, it just really created something different within me. You know, I enjoy the music, and I always did. That's why we spent, the $50 or whatever on promoting the 4-year, music thing to get the numbers over 1,000 so it moves in the algorithm. Because I want people's first introduction to this channel to be what we've done musically, or what we're doing now. So, like, it's a great time to go one way or another. But that's the thing about it. Like, it's up to us to do a lot more promotion if we're going to push all this, because what we have made on this channel, these 5 albums, Environments, Phantom Fridays, Monday Meditations, Mr. Tusson's Wild Ride, and Night Lights, all are fucking really amazing pieces, that really go well with a lot of dope stuff that's going on. And just fucking driving with them is just like, damn, dude, like, we really killed it with these albums. So, going through, it's like, you gotta start believing in your own shit. And it's not like we haven't believed in our own shit. It's just there comes a time where you got to start, pushing it the way that you need to push it. And we've just been so busy in the YouTube zeitgeist doing what we're doing. But that's another thing that goes along with this that kind of pushed us into this whole thing that's going on right now. Davey, the Hug Monster, welcome. And a num to you too. So, yeah, it's just kind of lighting a fire of what needs to be done. And we already had, the business plan shit to take care of. Look at clear path. Left or right. It seems like more traffic noises this way if we go left. We might run into the guy who lives here, which is fine. It is what it is. There's something over here who's been following us in the bushes. I don't know if you guys have heard him. I don't know whether or not to go in the high place or the low place. But I do know one thing. These motherfucking mosquitoes are on my ass. All right, we're just going left. Yeah, so musically speaking, we have enough music to make a living off of. And if we're not making a living, motherfucker, we are Bigfoot. You're like, you ain't no Bigfoot. I just saw you. You Littlefoot to me. I look down on you from where I stand. Man, you motherfuckers look down on everybody from where you stand. Like, fuck out of here with that Bigfoot talk, motherfucker. You's Littlefoot. Okay, where we are, we're somewhere on another main path over here. We're closer to the freeway. Big trees, really big trees. Yeah, these trees been here for a few hundred years. The last time I don't think they've been burnt. Medium foot. There you go. Medium foot. I'm good with medium foot. Just like with the fucking audio pills, when I heard hipster, I was like, hipster? Fuck is he talking about, hipster? Yeah, sounds about right, hipster. Hipster sounds right about. About to go in the sun. You know? About to go in the sun. Because the sun's finally coming up. Usually the sun comes out around this time. Oh, we're coming in through the back way. So over here is the highway. That's why you could hear all that. That's why I don't come over here to cook. Look at, there's a little pathway that goes to the end. It goes straight up to it. You guys want to see the traffic? There's two highways that run through the Pacific Northwest for those who are not familiar with the geography. There is the I-5 and then there is the 205. The 205 isn't as popular as the 5. The 5 goes all the way down, runs through California. The 205 is more of a local exchange that bridges the gap between Portland and Vancouver. And that is why this park still remains. Oh, look, there's a hole here. There's a hole. Somebody put a hole. Uh-oh. There's a whole camp that used to be here. So that's why you hear the traffic here, folks. This is the 205. Right when you come into Washington State. There's 2 exits over is when you come into the state. So yeah. Pair of pants on the ground. Somebody's doing something. All the way down there, and all the way down there. And there you go. I don't want to know what kind of disgusting shit happened right there. But whatever it is, yeah, there used to be a camp down there. Got cleared out. You could tell they burnt a bunch of shit, so pretty crazy. What's even more crazy is that exists, that hole in the fence exists right here, right next to the playground. So like you're in like mere walking distance from the secondary playground to the hole in the fence that leads right into oncoming traffic. So they might want to fix that. It's not like people are out here losing their kids like that. But yeah, somebody in a car probably seen you. Yeah, they're like, what the fuck is that guy doing here? So there's the restrooms over there. You know, funny part about this place is that we actually spent a lot of time here when we were homeless, because during the day it's actually quite nice. There's a lot of fields spread out for little Tussin to play around. There's parking right there. You go hang out in the corner over there and you have access to the restrooms, playgrounds, everything. But as you can see, especially early in the morning like this, there ain't no kids around here. You know, school is supposed to start today, but you know, like I said earlier, the strike is in full effect. So we kind of did a full circle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pivot here to the left instead of going to the front area. But yeah, here's the view from the inside of the front, right next to the playground. And then yeah, it's pretty cool little spot. You know, it looks real nice during the winter, you know, when all this vegetation kicks up. But you know, you could tell that it hasn't been enough, even though it has been dry out here. You know, it hasn't been enough to put an end to this forest over here. You know, there's a lot of places that are set up. They got for BMX stuff, and then people do their RCs over there. There's another path into the mysterious wonderland. Look at these fucking trees over here. But yeah, let me not violate the privacy of other people. How much for a one-bedroom apartment in Vancouver? Like 12 hundo, if you're lucky. If you're lucky. I mean, we pay too much for low-income housing. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount. It's like way too much. Okay, so let's go on this hill over here. Okay, here we go. I just climbed this hill. So this hill leads into these pathways over here. They've been hopping this for BMX over here. Part of the BMX trail. And go down there or go down there, which kind of where we went last time. That's why I hopped it. That's why I hopped it over here. Pretty cool spot to do RC shit and you know, other stuff. Did you hear that? I heard that. Fuckers. Yeah, so a lot of deep thoughts on this trip. You know, a lot of time for deep reflection, you know, thinking about things. And just like with the Reface, which I totally forgot about all that, you know. My oldest, he's like, yo, here's the Reface. You know, I just don't jive with that. I remembered that, you know, but the Vocala and just everything going through it, it's like, of course, you know, we wanted more time, and you know, wish we could have stretched it out a little bit more, but you know, these things, these moments, these opportunities come once in a lifetime, yo. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Gas was cheaper everywhere else, so, you know, we saved a nice amount in gas. You know, we had that freaky ass hotel and all that other stuff. How could your supporters help with you? Oh, you guys did. You guys did. It was great. With very few people actually making music sales. What's the plan of making cash with the channel? I'm not too concerned about cash with the channel. I tried with the monetization. I tried to go the YouTube route and try to do what they wanted. Take care, Mozart. It's good seeing you. Good seeing you on the chat, you know, and in person. You know, it's one of those moments, you know, it'll forever remain, you know. And you know what's funny is Lil Tussin out of nowhere just started doing the eyelids, started singing. He sang that whole song on the trip. He's just like, eyelids. We got a little bit of video of that, so that'll be part of what we got edited to. And he's perfect pitch, so I'm just resting my eyelids to make sure that they're eyelids. That shit lives in infamy. It'll never stop. It'll never go away. Oh, shit. Just Al, can we be friends? Yo, what's good? Welcome. Yeah, trip was crazy. And to answer your question, DL, you know, a lot of you guys did help, you know. I don't want to put anybody on blast here, but, you know, besides you, you know, a couple other people did, you know, and a handful of people. That's the thing about it. This was kind of more of a personal journey, as much as, you know, we did get rid of some stuff, like I have to reacquire an interface and all that other stuff if I want to stream from my computer, which I need to get out of pawn, you know, all that other shit. Who cares? You know, it's not your guys' responsibility when it comes down to it. You know, it was a personal trip in nature. And, yeah, we got other things going on too. You know, it's just, like I said, kind of like with the Reface thing, it puts these limitations that kind of get you to refocus on what is the strategy, what's the plan here. And the plan is to build the business over the winter months, you know. So while everybody's hunkering down and staying inside, we're going to be, building a business. So, and it's going to take a little bit to get that going. And before we build it, we got to get all the stuff going on. So, it's just not time to do the recording that we want to do. And besides, we got somewhere to do the recording. It's just our next trip. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about here, kind of giving you guys an update. Our next trip here is to the Southwest. So, for those who don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised. So, with that, we have family down there, and we have friends down there, and there's going to be complete access to a recording situation, and that's kind of where my headspace is at, because I can't really properly record in the place that I was at, or the place that we're at now. And going through all that stuff, yes, I need to interface the stream and do live streams and everything, but like these are the live streams for now. We got to be a little bit more personable while we get through this, and dial in the performance. Another thing, the road, being on the road, and taking advantage of the exercise equipment. It was like, my body's in shape. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I still have my permanent back issues, but like those are manageable now. I could take care of that and move forward. So I'm ready to move forward with a decent performance coming through. And that's the good thing about having all of this. I need something or some music to test all the equipment and all the stuff that we're doing, whether it's live performance, pre-post production, all that other stuff. I got my own merchandise and music to test it on, to make sure that it works for everybody else. What can't you record? Explain. I could record. Don't get me wrong, I could record. It's just I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment and I'm trying to scream. I can't scream in a 2-bedroom apartment. Even doing the setup the way that I had it, with making a vocal booth out of the closet space, it was muffled enough, it was good enough, but it was too cramped of a space to be able to do what I need to do. I'm really focused on the level of really like coming out with my vocals and taking it a notch up. So when I do choruses and stuff like that, I'm really shouting, and I have, dialed in bridges and stuff like that require me to get really loud in my vocal. And I just can't do that at the apartment. And there just doesn't make any sense to do half one somewhere, half the other. We've been working on this business plan for a minute here, and a part of the business plan has a full-fledged recording studio in a commercial space. It's not a commercial space that's a recording studio. It's just going to be one of the things that are going to be within the space. So I will have the ability to do what needs to be done. But in the short term, these, half a dozen or so songs that I'm already working on at the moment, I have access to a place. It's just in the Southwest. We were already making our way down the Southwest. The temperatures down there are going to get really nice here in the upcoming months. So skipping out on that summer is something that the universe did us a solid on, as far as that goes. But the crazy part about that is going down to Arizona is a 24-hour drive, which is only 12 hours under the drive that we took already. Go out, record outside in the car. Yeah, interiors. Yeah, and I get it. And yeah, inside our car, it has really good acoustics. I'm definitely going to record some things in there. But for what I want to do for the songs that I'm currently working on, they require an open space, and they require an open space that I could scream off the top of my lungs, because I'm really going there dynamically. And, as much as my neighbors wouldn't care and all that other stuff, it's just to be able to capture the dynamic range of the vocals that I'm hitting, it has to be in a very specific space, and I can't build that space in my apartment. So I'm limited to what I can do. I could do rap vocals all day, you know, those are good, but it just kind of limits me to scratch vocals. That's what recording at the studio really taught me when it came down to that. Going through the the God, that was like 2 years ago we did that. But that shit's $75 an hour. That is not a cheap studio. Try McDonald's, they'll be fine. Yeah, you know, I'm really going for that stadium level action. You know, when I say that, you know, I want to go and do, you know, that type, you know, and take it there with it. You know, there's no fooling around in a 2-bedroom apartment with the interface and a mixer. You know, even though sonically you guys have heard my music, you know, it's dialed in, you know. But that's the thing about it. This is another thing that this trip has taught me here. We're back at the car. We're back at the shiny, new looking vehicle. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the bugs. We didn't get all the bugs. Look at, check it out. Here, let me do it without showing my plate. Look at, we still got some body action going, you know, over here, you know, but for the most part we got it. You know, it's not as bad as it was, and it's definitely reflective off of here. You know, how would you like to have this in your backyard or in your front yard? You just live in one of these houses and go right across the street over here to this forest. That's kind of the situation we got going on in our apartment, just on the other side. Pretty dope stuff. But yeah, this is the thing about music, where we're at here and developing and everything, is that already I've done the small circuits, you know, the medium-sized venue, you know. One thing I did get out of this trip too is this video camera, and I got our whole performance from the Goth. It's like 2,500 people in Denver. So that was cool. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm not trying to do the small circuit this time. You know, I'm not trying to big up myself and think that I got more than what I got as far as capabilities or whatever. I'm fully capable of doing it. You know, sonically speaking, it's there. It's just I wanted to get into more playing. And but for now, I've got one hell of a rap show. Holy shit. Man, this performance, I got a 15-minute performance that is just super solid. 6 tracks. Man, it's good. It is good. Starting with that broccoli drill. I got that quite a year already on that too. Like, I got current stuff on it, you know, and the best of genetic mutation. Let me put this on here. Need to wipe this down. Alright, let's see what we got. And this will be interesting here to go through this. This is the Yamaha Reface CS. It is modeled out of their CS, but no presets. You just dial it in and make it. Albanian Syndicate, welcome. Oh man, this is dope. How you not jive with this? Dope. That is very dope. I'm going to record some content on this, effective immediately. Yo, it's battery operated, son. I just did all that free, which is stupid of me. I just drained the batteries over here. I got a fucking plug right here. Got an Edison right here I'm rocking. So, like, yeah, on that one. But, yeah, I could take you guys right over here and just sit you guys down. So, yeah, the trip was great. The main reasoning and the reason why we didn't lobby for donations and all that, other than a little bit of gas fundage, was just because of, you know, it's personal in nature. And even though we got ourselves a cent or two out of it, shout out to my oldest for being ahead and hooking that up, because goddamn, we're gonna have fun with that. Oh man, we're gonna have fun with that. You know, oh my god, it's gonna be great. But yeah, that was the main reason, you know. I mean, it's been 10 years since we've seen each other, you know. We're still bugging out over it, you know. And he got to meet his brother too, you know, through it. People walk. I like that. Walk with the guy doing it in the car. Yeah, yeah. People use this for walking and shit. You know, it's crazy. It's like 25 miles an hour. We got strict rules here, so let me take you down to this one so it's not as strict. And at the very least, you guys look up at the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the Funk Dr. Spots. I lost you guys. Back up. There you go. Let me know if you guys are still there, if I lost you guys on the fall. I'm over here talking about smoking Buddha on the train, and over here, falling. You guys still there? You guys gonna be here for the drive? See, I told my wife, I said, you're moving this over. I can't do it like this. I don't want people to see me over here. You guys can see up at the thing here. So now I am totally legal and it's fine. But I can't carry you guys around. I have no place in this car to set you guys and forward face you guys. So I'm not going to stay here and drive the whole way. Well, I am going to drive the whole way. It's just crazy. You guys are seeing up here, driving all around the park. You know, the unfortunate trade-off is you guys got to look up my schnoz, you know, and, you know, just look away, I guess, you know. But yeah, it's crazy how close we are over here. And my flabby arm waving about. Okay, nobody over here. And watch this. I could have just gone in there. I should have just gone in there to that one, but I'm not going to. I'm going over here so you guys can see more of the beauty that exists within the world. Okay, here we are, and yeah, it's a great way to stay in shape. Now, why the fuck did I drive? I could have just walked that. Yo, we were already home. I told you it's backyard. It's just like literally the backyard over here. We got the Monday meditation going on Tuesday. Fuck it, logistics and all that. Got the male persons over here. You know, yeah, we're just cruising through over here, and yeah, nice and clean in the car. We had a great trip. It was a great trip. Yeah, this shit's dope. I bet you everybody's still asleep inside too. I pull it all the way in. Don't play around. Alright. Here we are. Engine's off. Right above the carport. Don't need this anymore. A bump. Okay, it was just a bump. Yeah, dope stuff though. Dope stuff. It was dope meeting the twins and staying over there. You know, we didn't have that one penciled in. We had penciled in you know, meeting up with them and all, but you know, we were just gonna do it on our way out, so that was dope. You'll be back doing your thing in no time, bro. Don't worry about it. Yo, man, something I do want to lobby for donations for. I want to get one of those kayaks, because those are only going to be out there for like another week or so. So I got like another week to try to raise $124. I'm not going to get paid till the 22nd. But yeah, those, they were on sale. They were $50 in Indiana or Ohio. And we were like, oh shit, they're only $50 out here. That is dope. And then, God, I need my sunglasses out here too. The sun's just coming up out here. It comes out that way, so I'm gonna have to leave out here. Just do that. Yeah. I was like, oh man, because the season's changing, and they overdo it on. He said, can't do it. No, man, I'm not saying. It's rent time for everybody. It's a bad time to have shit go on sale. But that said, that's kind of a priority here because we still have like another couple months here, and still, if we get a fall, we'll have the fall months to be able to go out on the kayak. So we don't have a luggage rack either, so like we're gonna have to tie it and all that other stuff before we get it. But yeah, I'm definitely looking into that because those are deeply discounted right now. So and the MPC Live 3, finally people are starting to, oh shit, yeah. And it was clocked in for September, and I think at the latest November. So I think that's going to be coming. We're not going to get one, especially if that price tag is true. That $1,700 for the new MPC. Woo! I mean, maybe it's worth it, but we ain't got that kind of funds to be doing that. Oh yeah, the ASR 10. That's another thing, that ASR 10. Man, there's so many options, and we can't afford that shit. We got to stay in our lane, do what we're doing over here. We're doing, yeah, that's the word around the campfire. There was an accidental leak that happened, and somebody put it up, and it showed the price tag is $16.99. It said MPC Live 3. There are no pictures. It was just the text on it. And, I don't know if it was a goof, but it would follow suit with the FCC filing that put it at a September release. So we'll see. It's all speculation. We're not in the cool kids club, so we don't get any kind of shit like that. Maybe we will one day once we start, platinum hits and all that. They can keep it, bro. I just bought an MPC one, really don't need it. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I guess I'll use the controller mode. Yeah, seriously, use what you have. Use what you have. We got now we have the addition of the Reface to our arsenal, which is going to be big fun to play. Just that little bit there is like the first time really sitting down with it and touching it. So like I'm definitely going to do some content on it for sure. Yeah, it's going to be no doubt. Yeah, and I get it. MPE, they're gonna do like a mic input, improved Wi-Fi, like all this stuff that they added to it. Maybe a sonic relay or something like that. To get the dynamics up, that would make sense on the extra cost and stuff. So, and being somewhere in between the Live 2 and the X would make sense. They would have that kind of thing. Props to the healed lip and those getting this word. I forgot all about that little bitch ass little piece there. Man, that shit hurt, man. That shit was bleeding. But yeah, so next on the agenda here, we're getting right into it. We got episode 4 of Synth Swap. And then we got something else in the works that I will not reveal as of yet. But it's going to be soon, and it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be right up the alley for this. Other than that, it was a great trip. It was great for our family. We really came together, and we had a great time. That Holiday Inn Express that we stayed at was exceptional, service and breakfast and everything. It was real dope. Take care, DL. Thanks for coming through. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate all you guys. Again, I can't stress it enough. Everybody, helping out with the situation, everybody really being a part of this journey and a part of the channel and channel members and everything. So yeah, we're right back into the shit house and, getting right back to work. So Hopefully I'll be able to pick up one of these kayaks. I'm thinking about getting a pedal board instead, because they're a little bit bigger, so I could just sit there and go with it. But there's no railings on it, so if I'm not stable on it, it's going to be a problem. And I've never been on one of those before. I also kind of want to get a canoe, but too much water gets in the canoe. The kayak's perfect for it, until we get a boat, and it'd be dope to have one of our own so we don't have to rent one. But yeah, it's dope listening to this music, going through while we were riding. It's like, our own music. But this shit was solid. Just driving around. Not only did we have this to go through what we did with the video, but driving through the country like this. But yeah, this is our home right here. Right here, let me check it out. Pretty nice. Ain't nothing like the Pacific Northwest, I'll tell you that much. Like, for real. For real. Like I said, that park here is like literally our backyard. So we got to work on that song that's on here. The beat that we got going on for it. And I'll get a copyright claim if I put it up because of the sample, but that's going to be interesting too, It's time to get back to work. It's Tuesday, the day after the Labor Day holiday, and our laborious trip. We spent the day yesterday cleaning out this car, so the Tussin Mobile is in full effect. I might do more of these live streams, but like I said, I can't just set it up right here or set it up right here. And I'm not going to do a live stream all the way down from here, even though I could, but, we'll see about it. We got places to go. It's like I said in the post, there's still a lot of the season upon us. Hopefully we could scoop up one of these kayaks so we could go out there and do the beats by the lake. Take the Reface out there by the lake. Oh, we're gonna get it in. We're gonna do the damn thing. We're gonna get this business plan going, and we're gonna start going out here and performing, and get the financing in order and everything that we need to start building towards the end of the fall, and we could start and finish our build during the winter months. And then hopefully we'll be ready to go and up and running by the spring, get it going the beginning of the year. And it'll be perfect timing. All the music will be done. We'll be ready to go. And who knows where this channel is going to be. Make sure you guys leave a like on your way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that jazz. Do what you can to support the channels. Go visit our website, because that's the only place you'll hear the music, is either here on YouTube or up in the thing here on the website, and the viralbeats360.com. It turned off our music over here. You know what? We're gonna turn it back on. There we go. We're not going out like that. Punk ass. Let's go. Love y'all. We have a lot more journeys to go. And as more financing comes in and we start building bigger things, we could start doing more things with this channel and start actually going with this channel on a professional level. We just kind of been winging it these last 4 years and getting going with it. And yeah, it's time for some serious upgrades here, folks. And not only our channel, but our living conditions. We got the music to match it. It's time to put the music out there and really sell it the way that it needs to be sold, because this shit's on hit. I don't give a fuck. This shit is dope. And this shit was made with the Phantom. We got the dope shit going on now. Got our live performance ready to go. Got the physical body tuned up, ready to go. School season is starting, so we'll have a lot more time to do what we need to do. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side. Appreciate you guys tuning in and being a part of this journey. You know, it really makes it all worth it. And, you know, fuck all this drama here, you know. Lip is healed, onwards. Word. We'll keep you guys posted. Oh, Inky Fest. That is our next journey here. And we are officially on the t-shirt. So we have to come through on that. We have something special with that coming through. So, yeah, stay tuned. Hardware jams, all that stuff. Take care, everybody. Love y'all. Peace.